What's up, everybody? It's your favorite pedo stash, Hunter Avalone here, back with another delicious video. Today, we're talking about Tucker Carlson. More specifically, how Tucker Carlson is a total idiot. Now, I'm not sure what exactly spurred this insane rant, but yeah, Tucker Carlson decided to jump up on his most viewed cable news show in all of America and rant about how scary and triggering masks are. He was like raging about people wearing masks outside. I don't know what caused this rage. I don't know if it's like the sexual frustration, or maybe he was just unable to go to his favorite hot dog stand because you have to wear a mask or something. I don't know. Listen, there are quite a lot of reasons why I don't trust Tucker Carlson. I went over this in a previous video. But another reason why is because he's a complete and total hypocrite. First of all, he's made it known that he's Rupert Murdoch's bitch. Rupert Murdoch is the guy that owns Fox News, so yeah, Tucker Carlson is in that elite's pocket. What's worse is the hypocrisy, though, because Tucker Carlson and all of Fox News virtually has been spreading vaccine skepticism. Meanwhile, Rupert Murdoch, the guy who owns Fox News, was vaccinated in December, just a day before Tucker Carlson went on another spiel about how we should be skeptical about how quick this vaccine was rolled out. Rupert Murdoch got the vaccine and then published a statement strongly encouraging people around the world to get the vaccine. So there's clearly some disconnect here. It seems like Tucker Carlson is paid to propagate this nonsense, and the people that pay Tucker Carlson don't even believe it themselves. But all right, let's listen to Tucker Carlson in all of his wisdom educate us on COVID-19. Take it away, Tucker.
We did give in. This grotesque version of Halloween went on for more than a year, and it's still going on.
So, right off the bat, grotesque version of Halloween? Are you talking about wearing masks to protect your fellow Americans from COVID? But okay.
Not even Tony Fauci still pretends that masks are medically necessary. Instead, masks are purely a sign of political obedience, like Kim Il-sung pins in Pyongyang.
Tucker Carlson manages to say so many stupid things so quickly. It sometimes just overwhelms my poor, fragile little brain. It has been demonstrated time and time again, both by government studies and studies done by private universities, that face masks do work and they are critical in preventing the spread of COVID-19. It's not that hard to understand how masks work. They block large droplets when we cough, sneeze, or talk loudly. So if you have COVID and you're asymptomatic or pre-symptomatic, if you're out and you cough, it will block some of those droplets. Not all, they're not 100% effective, but they absolutely do help in slowing the spread of COVID-19. So Tucker Carlson, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. It is a scientific fact that masks, especially paired with other preventative measures, most certainly work. Secondly, I'm not sure what he's talking about when he says that masks are now a sign of obedience. This just sounds like a bunch of gibberish designed to scare susceptible boomers into not wearing a mask because that's obeying the elites or something. It's incoherent, it doesn't make sense, but that's Tucker Carlson.
We wear them because we have to. The only people who wear masks voluntarily outside are zealots and neurotics. How neurotic are they? Well, we know. A Pew survey from last March found that 64% of white Americans who classify themselves as liberal or very liberal have been diagnosed with an actual mental health condition. And you see them everywhere when you walk down the street in any major city.
Okay, let's pause here. What in the world is this massive leap? So some study said something, and that's demonstrated by people who wear masks outside. They're not even connected to masks, Tucker. Secondly, I know what study you're talking about. He's referencing this study here, published by the Washington Times. So keep in mind that this is an analysis/opinion. So that's a little interesting. White liberals are more prone to mental health disorders than individuals who identify as conservative or moderates. Young white people who identified as very liberal were almost 1.5 times more likely to report mental health problems than those who considered themselves liberal. All right, stop. I already see the first issue. We're talking about reports here. They're saying they're more prone to mental health disorders. That's false. What is true is that white people who identify as more liberal are more likely to report mental health problems. And this analysis/opinion that Tucker Carlson was citing literally says that. So a doctoral candidate, Zach Goldberg, published this study. This Pew study was done last year, and he speculated the disparity may be because white liberals were more likely to seek mental health evaluations than other ideologies. Wow, what do you know? It's almost as if liberals are more likely to report mental health issues. Even more so, there are studies suggesting that conservatives are more likely to stigmatize mentally ill people as well, which once again supports the notion that liberals might just be more likely to report that they're having issues with mental health, where conservatives might just keep it to themselves. Even this study from Science Direct talks about how conservatives tend to be happier than liberals, yes, but it's more because ignorance is bliss. In contrast, a predominant social psychological explanation of the gap is that conservatives, who are described as fearful, defensive, and low in self-esteem, will rationalize away social inequalities in order to justify the status quo, system justification. So for Tucker Carlson to cite this little snippet from a biased news source without even giving the full context to try and justify his asinine argument that liberals are more prone to mental health issues and that's why they're wearing masks is absolutely ridiculous. This study, again, was done last year. It didn't even have anything to do with wearing masks. Meanwhile, I can point you to other studies which actually suggest people who refuse to wear a mask or comply with social distancing have lower cognitive abilities, according to this new study. So literally, everything Tucker Carlson just said in the span of 39 seconds was so flat out wrong, it's embarrassing.
If you dare to go on foot from Union Station to the Capitol, for example, in Washington without wearing a mask, angry Biden voters will snort at you in judgment. How could you? They're saying from behind the gauze.
Very funny that he's up here complaining about being shamed and ridiculed when he is literally doing a news segment in front of millions upon millions of viewers, shaming people who wear masks outside. Is it a little silly to wear a mask outside? Sure, it absolutely is. The CDC doesn't even recommend it. Here are some examples from the CDC's new guidance. Everyone can do without a mask when walking, running, hiking, or biking outdoors, alone or with members of the same household. So it's right here, clear as day. It sounds like there's new COVID guidelines from CDC saying that, hey, you don't have to wear a mask outside, it's fine. So if people are wearing masks outside, is that silly? Yeah, but what's worse? People wearing a mask and being a little too cautious, or people like you encouraging millions of individuals to be skeptical or just flat out resist wearing a mask so that they're not obeying the elites, whatever that means. This chuckle fuck is such a joke.
How could you? That's the question we should be asking of them in return. The rest of us should be snorting at them first. They're the aggressors. It's our job to brush them back and restore the society we were born in.
What? Restore the society we were born in. Listen to this loaded, hyperbolic, and emotional language. The fact that anybody takes this man seriously is genuinely concerning to me. It's our job to restore guidance to our great civilization by telling people to stop wearing a mask when they're riding their bike or something. This is such a perfect example of making molehills into mountains.
So the next time you see someone in a mask on the sidewalk or on the bike path, do not hesitate. Ask politely but firmly, would you please take off your mask? Science shows there is no reason for you to be wearing it. Your mask is making me uncomfortable.
So now when there's people that are minding their own business, not doing anything to bother you, you should just go out of your way to essentially harass them and tell them to take their stupid mask off. Are you serious, Tucker? Why are you encouraging people to just be a Karen? Literally, you see idiots like this all the time. You see people that refuse to wear a mask because they follow Tucker Carlson a little too closely and they only have 2 brain cells to rub together. And then you have people who are silly and goofy and wear masks outside. You have this on both sides, Tucker, and I can guarantee you that if someone on MSNBC or CNN said anything even remotely similar to, if you see conservatives and they're not wearing a mask, you need to go over and tell them to put it on and that it's making you extremely uncomfortable, uncomfortable. You know what Tucker Carlson's response would be? How dare these liberal elites calling for harassment of innocent conservatives who just have some simple questions about mask safety. What these liberal elites are saying is that we need to curtail our behavior to their feelings. Now because you're uncomfortable, I'm forced to put a muzzle on my face? How dare you?
We should do that, and we should keep doing it until wearing a mask outside is roughly as socially accepted as lighting a Marlboro in an elevator. It's repulsive. Don't do it around other people.
Listen to this trigger talk. Go up to like 3 people, ask any of them what they consider to be repulsive. You'd get answers like, I don't know, like rape, murder, terrorist attacks. You go up to Tucker Carlson. You know those people that sometimes wear masks outside even though that's actually not really necessary according to the CDC's newest guidance? That literally repulses me. Every fiber of my being wants to just vomit. I am literally about to toss every fucking cookie out of my gut onto the pavement. It sickens me to my core. I'm sorry, I need just a second to facepalm. This is so cringy, oh, well, what do we have here? It's Honest Bear, my teddy bear friend that tells you the truth no matter how much it hurts your little feelings. Honest Bear, it's good to see you again. Welcome back from conversion therapy. The fact that Tucker Carlson is just so incredibly triggered about nothing but a piece of fabric shows exactly what kind of a snowflake he really is. The CDC literally says it's not necessary to wear masks outside, so you're just mad about nothing. Beep, beep. Hear that? That's the short bus. It's here for you, Tucker. Good one, Teddy.
As for forcing children to wear masks outside, that should be illegal. Your response when you see children wearing masks as they play should be no different from your response to seeing someone beat a kid in Walmart. Call the police immediately.
What?
Contact Child Protective Services.
Why is Tucker encouraging people to just be ultimate Karens? If you see a child outside with a mask, call 911, call Child Protective Services, call the FBI. You're complaining right now about people just doing things that are kind of silly. Like, this is not being encouraged by any authoritative institution. Secondly, what do you really mean when you say wear masks outside? I know it's uncomfortable, but there's been research done on this. And again, although it's uncomfortable, it's not really dangerous to be wearing a mask outside. It's just not necessary. As always, this is a nuanced issue, so Tucker Carlson hates it. Could it be harmful to wear COVID-19 prevention masks while exercising? For healthy people, wearing masks during exercise has not been shown to be harmful. However, individuals affected by lung disease such as asthma or heart disease should be evaluated by a healthcare provider before attempting exercise with any mask. So no, when you beat a child in Walmart, you're hurting the child. It also depends how big the group is. I mean, CDC says that everyone should still wear a mask when attending a crowded outdoor event like a parade, sporting event, or live performance. But over here, it does say that you can do without a mask when you're attending a small outdoor gathering with fully vaccinated family and friends. So it seems like, yeah, most likely it's not necessary to wear a mask when you're outside. But if you saw a kid playing with their friends while they had masks on, like on the playground or something, does that warrant putting out a fucking Amber Alert?
What you're looking at is abuse. It's child abuse, and you are morally obligated to attempt to prevent it.
So now, not only has he blatantly called on his viewers to approach people who are wearing masks and tell them how uncomfortable it makes them, now he's saying that it's child abuse for kids to wear masks and you should call the cops on them. This is literally a call to action coming from Tucker Carlson based on nothing but his own fifis being hurt because some people wear masks sometimes. Well, there you guys have it. Tucker Carlson calling on his audience to harass people who wear masks, getting really triggered about a piece of fabric, and just telling blatant lies. Please give this video a like, comment below, and subscribe to the channel. Tucker Carlson, you are a total idiot.